Hi, I'm Charlotte, Charlotte's So Natural, here in historic downtown Newton, Kansas, and I would like to talk today about rotary cutters. We're about to start our second Saturday sampler class, and that's a great class for beginners. I always say if you own a sewing machine, just come on in. We will show you everything else you need to know. But maybe I don't talk enough about how to choose the right tool for doing rotary cutting. So we are going to push rotary cutting. That is the thing that makes modern quilting today far easier than it did for our ancestors. So rotary cutter is important. It's important that it fits your hand well. I also truly believe that this smaller blade is the best one to start with. This is a 28mm blade, and they come in different shapes and sizes, so it's important to find one that fits your hand. So I really like this brand myself. I like this brand the best. It is also just ergonomic. Your hand is not going to get too fatigued because it's fatter. It has the safety feature that it covers the blade. You can easily train your thumb to just automatically, when you're putting your rotary cutter down, so that your blade is not exposed, and they cut fabric very easily, but they also cut skin very, very easily. So safety, one that fits your hand that's comfortable. Smaller is better. Not too small. We do have a smaller version. Don't get confused with that. This one, 18mm, is a little bit too small to start. That has some special uses. So find a rotary cutter. Then you need a mat. You can't cut on just anything. You really need a self-healing mat. And it's true that the mat needs to have accurate markings, but I don't want you to think that you're going to use those markings for cutting the fabric, because you need to have a good ruler with good markings. So the three things you need for rotary cutting is the good cutter, a good mat, self-healing mat, and a good ruler. And I was going to say what it should be made out of, but what's important is that it has a thickness to it. And the thickness is going to be what we're going to butt the blade up against when we're cutting, and that's going to keep it nice and straight. So you need a mat. The mat can have markings on it, or really not. It doesn't really have to have markings. The markings are good for keeping the fabric straight on it. You need to have a good ruler in different sizes, and different manufacturers have different properties that make it good. So short of overwhelming a beginner, I really would recommend that you start small to medium. This is a size that would be adequate. This will fit on a desk. This will fit on a kitchen countertop. This will fit on the top of your washing machine. And it is not too big. It is I think it's an 18 by 24, which would actually fit for a fat quarter. If you have space for it, there's this larger size, which I have under here, and that would be good, but they are more expensive. And honestly, you're a beginner at this. I want you to love this process, but I don't want you to be overwhelmed by the expense of getting into it. So this is a larger one. You can see we've used it a lot. This is a 36 by 24, and it has markings on one side, but it doesn't have any markings on the other side. But I do recommend, for a true beginner, I think this smaller size is really adequate. This brand is really nice. It's a Riley Blake. It's nice. Now it's marked in black and white, or black with white, or white with black. And whichever one suits your eyes better, that should be your choice. So again, it's a good rotary cutter, a good mat, and a good ruler. And I want everybody to feel like they can come into the store and try it out before they buy it. So don't hesitate to ask us if we have one open that you can hold. If not, we will open it. We're glad to do that. So thanks a lot. Come on in to Charlotte's So Natural here in historic downtown Newton on Main Street. You can also see us on the web at sonatural.com. Thanks.